What's good, YouTube? It's Stud HD coming to you guys with a brand new video. And in today's video, we're going to be checking out the new 99 overall Joe Burrow. This was a rank award for being Champ 1. So let's go ahead and talk about this Joe Burrow card. He is 6'4", 215 pounds, so he should get the glitchy spin move. He also hits the threshold for that. He also has 98 speed on the Bengals theme team, 99 throw power, 99 short, 99 medium, and 98 deep accuracy, as well as 99 throw under pressure. He also has 89 spin, 85 juke, and also 99 change of direction with 87 carrying, and I'm pretty sure he also has 99 break sack. So honestly, when it comes to the stats, Joe Burrow is looking really good. I actually made a top 5 shorts video on this card, and he's literally in the top 3 QBs in the game. As for the X Factor, we decided to go with Omaha. We'll see if we get it activated. No guarantees though. He gets run and gun for 0 and master tactician for 0 baked onto his card, so really good 2 abilities. And as for the rest of the abilities, he gets sideline deadeye for 0, playmaker for 0, and high point deadeye for 1 AP. We decided to go with the sideline deadeye. We also threw on the set feet lead for 0, but he gets gunslinger and protected as well. Now, as for the X factors, we actually decided to use the Gambit for 1 AP. It gives gunslinger and pass lead elite, so really solid ability there. But he does get angry runs. He also gets Truzz. He also gets escape artist. And I also decided to go with dots just because he has run and gun. I want to actually have perfect pass accuracy in the pocket, so I went with dots as the X factor. Now, as for the other abilities in this game, to be honest with you, outside of pass lead elite for 2 AP, if you're not going to run Gambit, then all the other abilities are kind of pointless, to be honest with you. So we went with Steamroller. We also went with Tireless Runner, which gets the same abilities. We threw on the Evasive for 0 AP, and we also did decide to throw on Protected for 0 AP, as well as Gift Wrap. So that is the setup we're going with on this Joe Burrow card. There's really just not a lot of abilities to really choose from. Unfortunately, he doesn't get Tank, which is kind of a downside if you like to rush with your QB, but Joe Burrow's a pocket passer and a little bit of a scrambler. So let's go ahead and get into a game and check out how Joe Burrow plays. Well, guys, we have found a game, and we do have Joe Burrow in these white Tiger unis. Honestly, my favorite uniform color in the NFL, and it looks like we're going to have Ocho wide open on the zig route. Ocho, I was hoping you were going to be able to walk on in that end zone, but I'll take the 24-yard gain. All right, Ocho, you better get ready for this touch pass. We're going to see if we can walk on in that end zone, and we do have the angle. Can we get in there, though? And it looks like Ed Too Tall is going to be stopping us. All right, I'm not even going to put him on a zig. I'm literally just going to, I don't know. I guess I'm going to go to Mixon, and Mixon, can you just get in there? All right, maybe something like this will work. Come on, we got to find somebody in the end zone, right? No, there's literally nobody, but Joe Burrow is going to be sprinting into the end zone. Gonna be honest, my red zone offense has been very bad, especially at the goal line, but Joe Burrow showed off his 98 speed and got into the end zone. All right, Joe Burrow, let's see what we can cook up in this game. Motion over Mixon and see if anybody potentially gets open. It looks like we're just going to have to take Ocho, and Ocho is going to be getting a nice block there and an easy, like, 15-yard gain. I really should move over Munoz because he's got Vanguard, but I'm not going to do that, and my opponent just absolutely sold out there. We're going to hit the spin there, and Gesicki, just keep on running, get as many yards as you can. All right, can somebody get open for me? Looks like it's going to be Munoz. Can Munoz break the tackle? He's not able to. 4th and 3. All right, Ocho, you should be able to get open. He is, and just hold on to that, and there's the first down. Now, we're going to see if my opponent knows that I just went to a touch pass. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but we're just going to take off, and Johnson, can you get me any yards? Only 9. All right, one of these drag routes has to get open, right? I was wrong. Nope, none of them. All right, I'm back to square one. I'm probably punting this football, and by punting, I mean taking my field goal, because I can't score. Thank you. Mike Hilton with the interception. Can Mike Hilton get a touchdown? Looks like Mike Hilton's going to get a pick 6. I'll take that, I guess. If I can't score with Burrow, somebody got to score. All right, so we did our job. We locked up on defense. Now, if I could just find a way to score touchdowns, I would like that. At the moment, it doesn't look like there's anything. Maybe Gesicki, hold on to this. Gesicki is going to get the touchdown. He had Barno on him for some odd reason. I'll take the tutty. Oh, fumble. We get the fumble. That is crazy. Geno Stone caused a hit right there. All right, well, I will gladly take my football here. Now, can I get Gesicki back in the end zone? It's not going to happen at all. We are getting almost sacked there. All right, maybe a play like this will work, and not at all. All right, I'm likely throwing an interception here, and I'm actually not going to. I'm throwing an absolute laser beam. We had Munoz over there on an island, basically. I see my opponent was trying to blitz me from, like, literally both of his flats, and it did not work in his favor. All right, what can we do on defense here? He's going to be throwing a contested ball to DK, and that's not hanging on. My opponent just got absolutely screamed at, and he almost gets sacked there. I kind of wish Geno Stone would have actually looked at the football. Geno was in, like, a prime position to basically get an interception, and he kind of just looked at the football. But we are going to be getting a sack here. Never mind. You find somebody open, and he's getting the first down there. All right, I kind of went to man coverage. Not exactly what I wanted to do, and it still didn't work. For my opponent, at least. It worked for me. Now, my opponent's got 20 seconds to find a way into the end zone. I'm going to hope that we don't, and I'm going to follow this drag, and there's nothing open again. Oh, another interception for Mike Hilton. Spice Adams ends up getting the knockout, and the ball literally lands in Mike Hilton's hands. And my opponent's out of here. All right, game 3. It looks like we have a rematch of a game that actually happened this past season. Bengals versus the Washington football team. And let's see if anybody gets open for me. Looks like absolutely nobody. All right, you know, if one play doesn't work the first time, you know what you should always do? Go back to the same play, because I guarantee you it gets open this time, and Gesicki just hold on to that, and that ball gets dropped out. By the way, I don't think that guy has knockouts. I don't think that guy even has an ability. Okay, Deion Sanders literally only has medium route KO. I don't know if I'm tweaking, but I'm pretty sure that ball was longer than 20 yards, and I'm pretty sure that should have been a deep route. I don't understand what that's all about, but it looks like Gesicki's getting open this time, and he's diving on the ground. We have a 28-yard reception. All right, Gesicki, I'll put you on the streak, but I can't guarantee it's going to get open. And I'll just do something like this and hope something gets open. All right, Yoshi should get open, and I'm going to give Yoshi a shot down the field. I probably just threw a pick, and oh my God, Yoshi, what are we doing? Nah, that's crazy. He went up on literally 2 people and came down with that football. That was absolutely insane. Okay, well, I seen somebody wide open. I seen Munoz and my... All right, we're going to go to this RPO. I'm pretty sure it should get open, and it looks like Gesicki's getting his feet down for the touchdown. All right, so my opponent is in, like... Honestly, I don't know what type of formation that was. That was very weird. He had 2 running backs to his side. Hey, what formation is this? Is this like the go-go offense in college football? What is this? It's a very interesting formation, I must say. Give him my fumble. Never mind. That's Cam Taylor-Britt. He's never going to be able to force one. Kind of wonder, would this play be kind of crazy if you put like two Texas routes or something? Not too sure, but I do see a sack on the field. I'd have to imagine if my opponent does not pick up this play, he is probably leaving, so we're going to try our best to absolutely guard this, and he throws it to a guy who's literally not even moving. Like, AJ Hawk was just kind of sitting there. The good news is my opponent did not leave, so honestly, I'm kind of happy about that, and he also might have just gave a free touchdown. Never mind, Gesicki decides that he doesn't want to get completely inbound, so we'll only get a solid gain there. All right, we're going to put a curl on the field. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about a curl, but I do know that I'm going to sprint out. Actually, I'm not sprinting out, and Chase Brown's just going to sit there. I kind of wish I would have racked it. I think if I racked that football, that would have been a tutty. All right, Ocho, can you actually cook Ed Too Tall? Can he beat out Ed Too Tall? Just get on the field. He's not able to. All right, realistically, I should just absolutely run the football up the middle, but that's no fun. So we are going to try and throw a laser here, and there's nothing open. Honestly, that is the story of my gameplay experience today. My offense sucks. Well, I'll take the Ted Hendricks interception. That's cool. All right, part of me just wants to try a high ball at Chad Johnson, and if he's not going to get open, I guess I have no choice. I'll take Yoshi instead. Yoshi just stiff arm him out of bounds. But you know what's cooler is throwing an absolute interception. Love that one. All right, I kind of didn't realize the football is actually mine in the second half. Kind of thought I actually started with ball. I guess I did not, so cool for me. Bad news, though, is there's not really much open. Ocho, just hold on to that football. He is going to. And we have a nice gain on the very first play. Well, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Obviously, 99 overall Joe Burrow is a top 5 quarterback in the game. Honestly, top 3 quarterback in my opinion. But I'm going to be honest with you. For what I grinded for to get this Joe Burrow, and it's the first time I'm actually using this card, this quite literally was the worst day of recording I think I've ever had. And I've had some really bad days trying to get gameplays on cards. This was one of the worst, and that's actually very surprising. QB gameplays are usually pretty easy. But I mean, 28 of 50 59 when it comes to the passing attempts, 500 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 picks. I will say some of them I was just trying to force things, but we did have a rushing touchdown in one of the games. Not even too sure if I saved that gameplay. That game was also very bad, but I'm gonna be honest, that was absolutely terrible. 99 overall Joe Burrow, really good card. Me as a Madden player, very awful. But I'm gonna leave it that. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. Maybe the Bengals team's just not good. I have no idea. But if you did get Joe Burrow, let me know in the comments below. But if you guys did like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, put on post notifications so you guys don't miss another video. Have a good rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.